Yeah, I hit it. Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. When I first met Logan, I was hesitant about owning a dog, the whole idea, because I had never owned a dog in the first place. So it was I was a little bit unnerved by it. However, it didn't take long for the joy of owning Logan took over and made me chortle from time to time. First tonight, I'm going to go over some of the commands he knows. Then I'm going to tell you what I do for him, and finally, what he does for me. When Logan was 8 weeks old, barely out of puppy diapers, he was adopted by a volunteer family, and for the next 18 months, they taught him all the commands that he knows. Then he was given over to the, that's a Scooby-Doo. Then he was given over to the Oceanside campus of Canine Companions for Independence, where for 6 months they did professional training on it with him. When I first met Logan, he knew 43 English commands and can be taught others, which we are in the process of doing as the need sees fit. When we first got Logan home, it was real interesting in that one of the things that we do every day is command practice. And so for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day, I practice the major commands that he knows, the ones that I would have him do most of the time. And then and we do that for 2 reasons. We do it, number 1, so he won't forget them. And number 2, to stimulate him mentally. When he's wearing his vest, he is recognized by the Americans with Disabilities Act as a service dog, and as such, he can go into restaurants, clothing stores, even airplanes, to mention a few. What I'd like to do now is go over some of his commands. Oh, one more thing. When I issue a command, if he doesn't perform the behavior properly, I issue a verbal don't and give a pop and release on the leash. The neck, the collar has little prongs in it. Doesn't hurt him, it just causes discomfort. When he does the command correctly, then I praise him. Humans work for money, dogs work for praise. So if you see me pop and release and say don't get alarmed. Logan, you're on. Stand. Good boy. Logan, heel. Good boy. Logan. Step. Good boy. Off. Logan, visit. Good boy. Off. Don't. Off. Good. Logan, lap. Don't. Lap. Good boy. Yeah, not my chest, just not that. Off. Logan, side. Don't. Side. Logan, get. Good. Step. Turn it in. You can pick up a credit card. Okay, Logan, step. Step. Give. Good boy. Off. Side again. Side. Good. Down. As you can see, when he is working, he is very focused. When he's not working, when I take off the collar and the vest, he pretty much knows that he can play. Becomes a completely different dog. We'll take one of his toys and throw it halfway across the room, and he'll bound after it to the scattering of the clacking of nails against hard or solid flooring. And it is very funny because sometimes he'll go and grab it, turn around, walk it back about halfway, and drop it. It's like he's teasing us. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Our favorite time of day is our grooming session. Happens every night, usually after dinner. I'll lay a towel across my bed because he's a shedder, and I'll use a multi-pronged soft rubber brush to go over his coat many times. Next, I check his paws for any abnormality in the pads. Then I take a white cotton gauze, 2x2 piece of gauze, and I put it in his ear to clean out his ear. He likes that. Finally, I brush his teeth with poultry-flavored toothpaste. Sounds gross, but he can't get it fast enough. Now, what he does for me is provide me with companionship during the day. He can pick things up, as you just saw. It's fun and fascinating to watch him just go around and just be himself, and to be just a wonderful creature. In conclusion, Logan is a highly trained service dog who provides intellectual, mental, and emotional stimulation for me. Now that we've had him for 45 days, we can't imagine not having a dog in our life.
Okay.